My name is Cassy Summers. Welcome to the Curious Universe podcast. The Curious Universe podcast. Thanks for joining me today. I am in the holiday spirit. Okay, I am loving engaging with all the magic and possibilities showing up, and I wanted to share that with you. Share kind of the magic showing up with me, and invite you to engage with the magic that could be showing up for you. Not everyone sees the holidays as a magical time. Some of us are stressed out and resentful and frustrated, or just so busy, so overwhelmed, etc. For me, growing up, one of my favorite things about the holidays was the magical Christmas movies, and obviously the delicious food. But something about the movies that got me the most was when some miracle showed up. Like whether it was just generosity from someone that had lost hope, whether it was, you know, uh, someone who had nothing was gifted something that they really required, or they've been working really hard for. That kind of like magic at Christmas, where people are willing to be just a little bit more generous, have a little bit more allowance, where it's kind of like, well, for the holidays, um, we don't want someone to be alone for the holidays, so they'll take them in. Where this sense of oneness starts to show up, which is really different. And we see it in different ways in so many movies. And it's that moment of like coming together and kindness that gets me tears every single time. And I love it. I love that magic of the holidays. So, what magic of the holiday season, whether you celebrate Christmas or not, whether you celebrate Hanukkah, whether you don't celebrate any of this weird stuff and you're just going about your day, but it's all around you anyways, right? It's in the music in the stores, it's in the shows that we're watching and streaming. It's everywhere. It's abundant. So what if magic was abundant? What if everything that you gifted this holiday season, you received like 1,000 times more in various magical, undefinable ways? Like, would you be willing to have that? Would you be willing to ask for such a magical existence where, you know, things are showing up, your requests are showing up? I ask the universe, like, can I have a beautiful surprise today? Like, will you surprise me, universe? Because I love a good surprise. Um, and I think I had to get over my control freakness to get to the place where I liked surprises. But I always say a beautiful surprise, not necessarily any surprise. Like there's some surprises that are not the most fun, but it's so enjoyable for me when all of a sudden I'm like, what I just like received something, or I got news about something, or something wonderful even happened to someone that I care about on the day that I asked, like, hey universe, um would you gift me a wonderful surprise today? So what are you not asking for that you could be asking for? And what magic is showing up or is available to you that you are not engaging with, that you're not receiving? It's about engagement, all right? So we can sit back and be like, holidays, grr, And I know some people that have just decided like I'm not doing it. And totally fine. But they're like, I'm not doing it. It's not fun for me. It, creates a lot of stress and loneliness in their life. So they just kind of like don't do Christmas, right? They don't really do the holidays. If you can come from a space of like allowance and not resistance and reaction, because if you're in resistance and reaction, the thing about that is that it's affecting you. Like as you're claiming it isn't and you're putting up the walls and the barriers, so you're not perceiving it because it's all around you. Um, it's affecting you, it's impacting you, and you have to build more and more walls and more barriers to it. But if you're just from this total space of like, hey, you know what? This is actually not something I want to participate in. That doesn't mean you can't engage with the magic that is showing up, however, that's going to show up for you, for you. So get a sense of that magic. Like you might have to go back to childhood. Maybe you never perceived it around Christmas. Um, so then I invite you to like tap into my universe or tap into the realms of magic. Woo! There, do the realms of magic. Okay. And what magic can show up through this holiday season that I never imagined possible? Ooh, yeah. Anything that does not allow that, will you destroy and create it, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all 100 short stories, poems, creations, bases, and meows. So that was the Access Consciousness Clearing Statement. If you don't know what that is, you've never heard of it, please go to theclearingstatement.com for more information. We're not going to go into it today. It's just a magical way to clear out energy. So, magic. So, when I say magic available, I would love for you to take a moment and just perceive that. And available is like you go into a store, right? And you look on the shelves, and this is what's available. And sometimes they're out of stock. It's just not available right now, but it's coming, or there's something new coming, and you could perceive it. But it's just not available yet. It's just not there. It's just not in the store. Okay. So a lot of us don't actually acknowledge what is already available. And then we'll get into the other thing after. So if you were to walk into the store of magic, okay, you were to open up the door to the realms of magic and walk in and just I would like you to perceive right now, lower your barriers and perceive what's available for you with magic. Now, if you're new to engaging or perceiving energy, you might think that Cassy, what are you talking about? I perceive nothing. I'm just sitting here, my eyes are closed, and I'm thinking about what I'm going to make for lunch. Like, or maybe you're trying to picture something. You don't have to picture anything. Um, maybe you are very visual. Maybe there's a lot going on. There's no right or wrong. So even when I ask you to perceive what's available to you, even if you have no cognitive response, no thoughts, no pictures, nothing going on here, you're still perceiving because you are a creature of energy, whether or not anyone has ever told you that, or you've ever acknowledged it, or been aware of it. You are a creature of energy. You are a creature of energy, space, and consciousness and choice. That's the basis of you, the being. So when I ask you to perceive something, you are doing it. And some of us do it so instantly that it's our brain doesn't catch on. Some of us perceive so much so intensely that it feels like a blank. And some of us have put so many barriers and blocks up to perceiving that even when we are perceiving, we're just not aware that it's occurring. So wherever you are in that spectrum and beyond, it's okay. It's okay because it's still occurring because I asked. Because I asked for you to access it. And if you were willing, you started to. That's how it works. So you start to perceive what magic is available to you right now. It's all there on the shelf. It's all available. Over here, maybe we have some magical creatures that have been designed to engage with you and have fun with you. And over here, there's like some really cool capacity of yours that you boxed up and put it on the shelf, little lock box on it too. Like you put locks on it, lots of locks on it, and chains. It's like Pandora's box, and you have that pushed really far at the back at the top. Okay, so there's that going on over there. Over here, maybe there's like the magic of like Santa and Kris Kringle and all that like kind of like fun lore stuff that's like over there. And then down here you might have like the magic of nature and the earth and woo, and all of that stuff that's over here that's available. And like, oh my God, over here, there's body magic. There's like all this magic with your body available. And what else, and what else, and what else? You're perceiving this is not a small little corner store, okay? Your what's available to you is so big and infinite. And there are things here that are available that you cannot cognitize because it hasn't existed on planet Earth. So you don't have a reference to it. There's no reference point to it, but it's still there. It's still there. It's still available. So you have all this available. Okay. And what's the cool thing about this particular store is you don't have to pay for anything. You just have to choose. That's it. Everything you choose to receive off the shelf, you get to have. Oh, isn't this lovely? All it takes from you is a little bit of engagement. Engagement is interaction, right? It's interacting. The energy of you interacting with the energy of something or someone else. That's it. This interaction takes a little interaction and a choice to change everything. So, what are you going to choose? What magic will you choose today? And tomorrow and the day after, if you were to create if this was your tale of magic, of holiday magic, what would that be like? Like, what what, oh wow. What would you pull in? What would you engage with? What would you choose? What would you be? How would you show up? How would you show up for others? Are you the miracle that changes someone's reality this holiday season? Are you the one receiving the miracle and your reality gets changed? Are you both? Are you all of it? You can have it all. It is all available, right? It's just here and it's free. You don't have to pay for it. You don't have to deserve it. You don't have to do anything for it. You just have to choose it. Yeah, you just have to choose it. That's it. Choose it and receive it. Receive it showing up however it's going to show up because it might look like this on the shelf. And when it actualizes into your reality, it might it might show up different than you think. And that's actually, it's usually shows up more beautiful and more wondrous than we think. So go out of control and let it manifest however it's going to manifest for you. Cool. So now let's go to the other one. The piece of like what's not available yet. So people often value what they can't have. It's like this massive implant, okay? And it's like, oh my gosh, that's like, you might have all these wonderful things on your shelves available, and you're like, oh, yeah, that's cool, but like, like what's not available here? Like what's exclusive? Like what's cooler than what's here? Okay, interesting point of view. But there are some miraculous things that are in creation, and you might have an awareness of those things, not necessarily from valuing them more, but it could be from a space of like, something's coming. Something's coming. And here's a little secret. I haven't been telling too many people, but My awareness is this December, something's coming. We're gonna like it. Yeah. I don't know how it's gonna show up, but something's coming. Will it actually, I get it, it will actualize sometime in January. But what do you know? What's coming for you in a glorious way, not like for you. That's a different podcast. But what is coming available that you're aware of? And so when you're aware of that, when you're like something's coming, so you might be looking at the stuff, what's available, and you're like, hey, this is really cool. And what else? Like what else is coming? Like, what else could I choose here? What else could I be, know, perceive, and receive here? And so, as you start to get like little tendrils of that energetic communication, because as you're asking, you are engaging with it. Even if it hasn't become available yet, it's like when you know something like limited edition, something's coming out in fall 2027, you can already start to engage with it, right? So you're engaging with something that's not yet available. And then with that engagement, you can actually contribute to it. And what the gift of contributing to it is that one, it will show up faster. And two, you can influence it because your engagement, your interaction with it, and don't try and influence it from your mind. It's never going to work. It's not going to be fun. It's way too much work and controlling. But it's just from that engagement and your energetic contribution will allow it to show up even greater for you than you ever imagined possible because you were part of the creation of it, right? So what is like in creation? What is coming available to you for you that if you were willing to engage and interact and contribute to it would show up as a physical actualization of something beyond your greatest imagination? And anything that doesn't allow that, we destroy it and create it, please. Right, wrong, good and bad, POC and pod, all 100 shorts, boys, poets, creations, bases, and beyonds. These are just some fun questions to play with as you're engaging and exploring your curious universe, your beautiful and infinite perceiving. What do you know? Wow, so much space. Would you be willing to have a more magical Christmas or holiday or just month of December than you've ever had before? Like, what if you could always ask for more? What if it could always become greater? And your beautiful ask is that which will activate and actualize that greater. Because if we don't ask for greater, if we're just willing to settle, then what does the universe have to kind of go off of? You know, like the universe has no point of view. So it will gift you what you ask for, whether you even know you're asking or not. So you might be just kind of like, I'm good. And in a way, you're saying, universe, please don't send me anything new. I'm good. I don't really need anything. People are like, what would you like for Christmas? I don't really need anything. Oh, everywhere you're, I don't really need anything. So you're not asking. Nothing's coming available to you. Will you destroy and create that, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pocket pot, all 100 shorts, boys, poets, creations, based beyond. If you don't need anything, that is the best time for you to be asking. That is the greatest time for you to be asking. Because when you ask from beyond need, then you're actually tapping into the consciousness and the possibilities that are beyond need. Because need is an invention, it is a limitation. And when we ask from need, not need and tug, which is a cool capacity, again, a whole nother thing. But when you ask from the invention of need, then you're asking based on a platform of limitation when you could be asking for something so much greater. Woo! Yeah, this is good. Isn't this fun? A tale of magic, of holiday magic. I love it. Like, what would your tale be if you were going to craft it? If you were going to have this magical kind of event, and you don't need to picture it, just get this beautiful sense of it. Like, I'm just like bathing in this luxury and this gold and beautiful reds. And it's like, oh, could I just have all of this wonder, please, universe? And maybe there's energies of like peace, like really like peace through your whole body, your system, and your being, just melting into that peace and joy, play. Um, I I like I have so much joy in like just going and looking at Christmas lights. I don't know why. It just like it lights me up. It's so beautiful, and especially like the artistry that people can put into it, and not all Christmas music, but a lot of the music, I love it. It just opens up my being to something different, and sometimes it's really powerful, and sometimes it's really nostalgic, and sometimes it's really silly and playful. I love snow. I live in Canada, so we get snow usually around Christmas. It's been a little weird the last couple of years, but I just realized I'm gonna ask for so much snow on Christmas that we get to go sledding. Watch out if you live in my area. It's good snow. um that magic, that like what other energies would you invite into your holiday to create the most beautiful, most spectacular tale of holiday magic that you've had so far? Maybe it's like a beautiful romantic encounter, whether you're with someone and it's with them, or maybe it's you're single and it's with someone new. And maybe that's like something delightful and unexpected that could show up. What delightful, unexpected moments and treasures and magic are you willing to have find you this holiday season? And anything that doesn't allow them to find you and for you to receive them when they show up, will you destroy it and create it, please? It's hard not to dance. Right and wrong, good and bad, puck pod, all 100 short points, moments, creations, spaces, and beyonds. There are times where my body is like in such like flow with the energy and the like creation going on that it wants to move and just kind of like enjoy and engage with it in its own magical way. So if you ever see me rocking back and forth, that's usually what's happening. Um, what else? What else? What else could you ask for? What else would like pull in for that beautiful tale? And again, remember, we're not trying to solidify it or picture it. We're just pulling in these energies like, oh my God, delicious food, whatever that is for you. Like just the most gorgeous, delicious, orgasmic food for you and anyone that you might be celebrating or eating with. What would your body love to eat this holiday season? My mouth just started watering like crazy. What would, the setting be like, the vibe? Um, what would you ask like, oh, of the earth, of your friends, your family? What engagements would you invite into your universe? Wow. And again, I want to go to the surprises because I'm just realizing as we're engaging here together is that something that I've always enjoyed about the holidays is the surprise element, right? Like there's many, many years where I've never received a single gift whatsoever, like personally. I receive like gifts of people receiving the gifts I've given them. I've received the gift of the joy of my kids opening up their gifts, but I haven't actually physically received a gift. And but there's the surprise of like, oh my gosh, what am I going to open? Like what gift will I receive? And I love that energy, and I love when my kids are just they're so like sometimes they know part of what they're getting. And I have to be careful because both my kids are psychic. So when I'm around them, if a thought about Christmas comes in, I have to picture toothpaste. This is what I do. And I repeat in my head, toothpaste, toothpaste, toothpaste. Last year, my oldest kiddo couldn't get it because toothpaste. So, in playing with that energy of like surprise, like what if, and if you don't have, like if you're not getting gifts from anyone and that's not showing up in your life, what if it was like the gifts of the universe? Like a gift for me can be like a beautiful, like sun, like artwork, like or sky artwork. So it could be sunrise, it could be a sunset, it could be whatever it is, and you're just like, oh my God, was this painted for me? Because wow, you know, it could be going for a walk and having like a beautiful, like, you know, plump bird sit there that's like all ready for winter and it's just singing a little song for you, or you know, snowfall when there has been no snow in the forecast. It can be making yourself like a beautiful cup of hot chocolate or a warm soup. Like that is still a gift from the universe, right? Even if you're the one doing the physical stuff to gift it to you. What is your tale of a magical Christmas? And will you pull it in, pull it in, pull it in? Take all that energy from all over the universe and you're just going to pull it all in for you. Maybe it's like money showing up. Maybe it's ease with your body showing up. Maybe it's you're going to dance. Maybe you're going to go look at lights. Maybe you're going to, in Canada, and I'm sure other places in the world, sometimes like you'll like it'll be kind of it gets dark out, right? And there's been like literal reindeer like walking down the street. It's so always so cool. And I'm just like in awe of them. I find, you know, deer to be this powerful, gorgeous creatures that always like really excite my body to be around them. What is it for you? And would you pull it in this holiday season? Will you receive it? And will you allow yourself to have something so beautiful and so magical? Because the more we allow this and the more we choose this, the more the world becomes more magical. And you deserve it. You do. You truly deserve it. So, happy holidays, getting close to Christmas, and I hope you're having way too much fun. If you want to tell me about any magical things that show up, I'd love to hear about it. You can message me directly. You can put a link in the comment below. That's always like a beautiful way for us to engage. So we will see you in the next episode of the Curious Universe podcast, where we bypass the structures of this reality so we can create our own reality as magical and glorious as we desire. We'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.
Thank you for exploring the curious universe with me. Your curiosity matters. And what if together we could create a greater, more curious world?